What's up, Summoners? King Blair here. Today, we're going to be talking about the current banner heroes and exclusive equipments that just came out, which are going to be Ravi and Araminthia. Y'all, these past 24 hours have been wild. There is so much new stuff that they have thrown at us. So I'll also be touching the update, but they will receive their own focus in later videos. But man, it's been amazing. So if you liked the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and join the Discord server. I try to look at the Discord server every day. If you ever have questions, that's a great place to reach me. I also read my YouTube comments, although YouTube kind of stopped notifying me. And as you guys know, the community, Ravi can't be the August one. Melissa is getting it in July. So be waiting for that video for the full guide on Melissa. And then Ravi will most likely win. But I'm leaving her open until I do the Melissa video. So it'll be like end of July-ish. So I will announce before it closes. But alright, enough about the channel. Let's just get right into it, man. I've just been having so much fun with Epic 7 these past 24 hours. I honestly think this is one of the best updates. They didn't fix the Molagora problem, but they're on it. They did say they were on it, that they were trying to do something with it, maybe bump it up. So I would trust them. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But this update, oh man, they fixed one of the biggest issues. So I'm just going to talk it real quick about the things that they updated, and then we'll go into exclusive equipments and into the gear. Not the gear, into the units. But let's just real fast. So this, honestly, I love it. I love how they implemented this. I think it's really cool. I feel like this is what World Boss should have been, but they waited till now to do it. So, I don't know. I think it's awesome because it gives you so many manifestation stones, and this is a big complaint that I had too, that a lot of people had. It's like, how the heck do you get manifestation stones? You know, it's like an arm and a leg. With this update, you can get one piece of converted every month. It's not the super great, but it's super nice because then you also get the golem. You get one a month. You get the wyvern and you get the banshee. I feel like they will eventually add the Asimite hunt one because right now there's like not much reason to do Asimite hunt unless you need it. And Asimite hunt I actually feel like is one of the harder ones to actually clear. So I'm surprised it didn't implement anything for that, but that's besides the point. This update was really solid. I've been having so much fun with it. I won't be making a guide probably within the next week. I know there's a lot of guides coming out, and I know it's an easy way to get views, but I can only clear up to the second boss with my friends consistently. If you guys see, I tried doing the hardest one on this one and I kind of failed. So I definitely need more time to kind of learn the boss mechanics, learn what's good, what's bad. So that will be in the future. But all right, that's for this one. I'm super happy with it. Let me know in the comments if you liked it. The other thing is that World Arena has reset. I will be doing my placements in a video or maybe even on stream. I have considered streaming it. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, World Arena is over. Standing skin is beautiful. I really like it. I think it's unique. I know a lot of people have been complaining about the voice actor, and yeah, I really do miss the old Standing one. I can't disagree with you guys on that one. But let me know in the comments if you got the skin. I hope you guys were all able to get that sweet skin because it just looks really nice. I just think it's really unique. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you actually were able to get that skin. But yeah, so that's that. And then the last thing that they did was the pack. This pack is pretty worth it, y'all. With all the special packs, they're worth it for the money you give them. Should you be spending $50, $100? I might be spending it and doing it for you guys, so you guys see what you get out of it. But we'll see for those packs, maybe next week. But yeah, I'm so excited. So make sure you subscribe. I don't know if I said this in the beginning. Subscribe because I have so much more content ready for you guys. But all right. Let's actually start getting to the main point of this video, which is looking at the worth it for Ravi and for Araminthia, particularly Ravi because she also just got an exclusive equipment. So let's go to the where is it? The exclusive equipment. Let's talk about it. Let me know if I missed any of the updates too, but oh yeah, the video. I always forget the video. Yeah, before we get into this, before we actually get to the video, watch the video. It's so hype. Honestly, that's the reason I got into Epic 7 was the animations. So watch the video. It's like the promised one. Oh man, I loved it. I love the music video. But all right, now for real. So 4 minutes in, 4 minutes 30 seconds. Should you get Ravi / Araminthia, and what do I think about the exclusive equipment? Should you watch out for it? So the Kawerik one. This one is just not enough for Kawerik. I'm sorry, but he's still gonna stay in his same little niche. Yes, he'll be better at his niche, but well, let me tell you why. So the main stat, that's great. I actually really like that they gave him crit rate because it's kind of like the Charon treatment where it lets the player build other stats while getting the crit rate. So that means you're able to get more effectiveness, you're able to get more speed. while still getting the high crit rate or even more damage with more attack or crit damage. So I really think that's pretty nice. I honestly like when they give you crit rate because it's so frustrating to miss a crit. Which is why recently I made almost all my damage dealers be 100% crit rate. Is because it's so frustrating to lose a fight because of a missed crit. So really, really nice. I honestly like that. So that makes that fine. But then the skills that he can get, Dimensional Corridor increases attack. That's really cool, right? So you think, okay, so now he can strip a buff from like the Bazaar or whoever he's trying to target, strip the buffs, and then he gets an attack buff. But the problem still remains, which is the biggest thing. The other two, second one, okay, the glancing, it's for 1 turn. If they had made this 2 turns, he could maybe be a support mage, but they didn't give it to him. I don't know why. They just want to keep shafting him into like this identity crisis where he's not really a damage dealer, but he's also not really a support mage. And the third one is, of course, the full-on damage. But here's the problem with him. He's still a squishy mage who doesn't do that much damage, who will most likely not get his turn 2. What do I mean by that? So right now, Charon has the Immortality passive. And I can tell you how many times people proc the Immortality passive. Right now, Kawerik, let's say you go on a Charles, you do your S2, Charles counterattacks. Double taps you, you're dead. You don't even get to do the skill 3. So right now, he still has that problem where he can't function against big bruiser teams. Because, okay, you reset a priority target's unit. That's awesome. That's great. That's the one thing he can always do. But he could already do that before this buff. And this doesn't help him with anything. Okay, like you can reset a roll of light. That's amazing. You know, you can soul burn this skill, reset a roll of light. That's big. That's really, really solid. Do your skill 2. But that's not going to stop you from getting popped. So I don't know. Any Kawerik owners, let me know if you think this is enough. I honestly feel like it's a little underwhelming. The only one I could see myself using would be the first one or the third one. The second one, it's like, it's not enough utility to use him as a utility mage. But the third one is nice because I know a lot of people were complaining about his ratios. That one is pretty nice. You know, maybe he can do a little bit more damage. And then the first one, you know, he can be a self-sustained damage mage, but he just doesn't have the health pool. So I don't know. I really don't know. Kawerik corners, let me know. I just don't think it's enough. He still like has a niche. He's still really good at resetting one target, but that's all that he can do. So let me know. Let me know if this is enough. I don't know how you can have him be able to cycle. Maybe building him faster than Oxlots. And then using the third one, that could be kind of cool, maybe. So you use an Oxlots, have him be faster than your Oxlots, reset someone, reset someone, then Oxlots give you attack buff, gives you an extra turn, you go for the ultimate. Maybe that's the way you build him now, but I don't know. I just don't think it's enough to put him on the map. But then again, I could be wrong. I don't feel like it's enough. For Ravi, this one I'm actually kind of hyped for because I am going to be building her for August for you guys because it seems like a lot of you guys want me to actually show you guys Ravi. But his attack percentage, I think it's super solid. The first one kind of gives her a timeless anchor. My only problem with the first one is that it relies on her counterattacking, so you're forced to put a counterattack set on her. But you know, if you do that, it does work like a timeless anchor. It's just very low percentage. The one I personally would go for is the second one because I don't know if y'all knew this, but Ravi gets attack buffs. And we'll talk about her in a second for the worth it. But she like buffs her attack, like she innately buffs her attack. So if you pair this up with an attack buff and you get a burn chance up every time you counter, oh, if you counter once on a Spectre Tenebria, that Spectre Tenebria is gone. You know, like if she tries to S3 and you have a high effect resistance Ravi, oh, she's gone, you know. The third one, 10% extra chance. It goes from like 75 to 85%. In this game, if it's not 100%, it's not 100%. It's like, okay, it's icing on the cake. I really do think the best one is the second one. Also because it complements the main stat. And I actually think this is going to make Ravi really, really nasty. So with that, let's transition into the worth it aspect of this video. And I'll try to go fast because these heroes have been around for a long time. So let's go on to Ravi because she's the one that I know a lot of people are excited about. Clearly because they want me to fully build her for August, which I will be able to do. And I'm pretty excited about. So let's look for her. So she is Warrior Ravi. Okay, she's been on the shadows for a long time. So let's actually look at the stat wise. So she is, look, she has great ratings. So she is low on speed, but look at the health pool and attack. The attack, okay, doesn't look that crazy, but that health pool is bigger than Apocalypse Ravi. her ML counterpart. That's nuts. And she's almost 1k. Let's look at ML Ravi actually, who is one of the units that people fear, one of the best RTA units that everyone's afraid of. Apocalypse Ravi has less attack, less HP, the same amount of defense. Yes, Apocalypse Ravi has that innate healing, but now let's look at Ravi. So that's already like, okay, that's definitely something you can't sleep on. Her base HP pool is insane. She has the same defensive stat as Apocalypse Ravi, if not better. She doesn't have the crit rate, but let's see how everything else stacks up. Let's actually look at her skills. Man, oh man. So, okay, before I start talking about her, I used to think she was trash, and then there is some high-level players, top-level players. There's one, he knows who he is, but he uses Ravi as well. And it's honestly, when I started playing higher up in Arena, I saw a lot of people start picking her, and there is good reason for that. She is nasty. Why? So skill 1, attacks the enemy, heals. Super basic. Nothing crazy. You know, heals, it's like, okay. So this makes it so you don't have to give her lifesteal set, which is really, really nice, unless you want to make the heal insane. But it does absorb the damage you deal as health. So if you do more damage, you heal more. This skill with counterattack set, it does quite a lot. So then you guys saw the Demon's passive and you saw the Fury. So what does that do? So skill 2, this skill is kind of nuts. So increase the attack of the caster when they attack or are attacked. Effect can stack up to 5 times. I think someone told me that this was 10%, so it goes up to 50%. It might be more. You might want to check that, but it's quite a lot. So let's be conservative, right? Let's say it's 5%. Let's say she only gets up to 25% extra attack. That means when she gets hit, and people will be trying to hit her because they want to take her out as fast as possible, or she uses her skill 3. But people will be trying to hit her, and if she gets this stack up and she counterattacks, she'll get this stacked up pretty fast. 25%, that means she's a 130 attack unit. That's one of the highest attacks in the game. And that's being conservative. That's me saying, oh yeah, she doesn't get the best ratios. If she gets the 50%, which was the more aggressive, she has higher attack stat than Ludwig. That's nuts. If she gets that 50% or that 10% each stack, that's higher than Ludwig's attack. Base attack. And on top of that, they decided to give her an artifact or an exclusive equipment that gives her an extra 14% attack. You're talking about a unit that has base HP when this is fully stacked of like 16, 17k attack with 7k HP. And that's just base stats. And that's all she does. She just has such good freaking stats. It's like this passive makes her stupid scary. The other thing is that when you attack her, she increases her combat readiness. It goes all the way up to 15. So every time you hit her, 15%. You slap on a Durandal, which I honestly think is the best artifact for her. Durandal gives like another 15%. So every time they touch her and she's below 80% health, she's getting 30% combat readiness. You touch her, she's getting 30% combat readiness. Why is that scary? Skill 3, Devil Drive. Oh my god, y'all. This skill wins you fights outright. So it attacks all enemies, 75% to chance to stun. If you do decide to give her the exclusive equipment, it goes to 85. I don't think it's that great, but the big thing is that this skill doesn't have a cooldown. What it actually has is fighting spirit. Why is that important? So first thing, what it does, AoE stun 100% or 85%, 75%. So that's about the same as ML Tywin. But if you want to look at it mathematically, that means that every time you use this skill, you're most likely going to be stunning 2 to 3 units on the enemy team. The other thing is if you stun, you put them down to 100% combat readiness reduction, which basically means if you get the skill off, they lose their turn. Not only do they lose a turn, but then they're back to 0. So it's like you're stunning them for 2 turns. So if you get this skill off, that's 2 turns. And this skill does insane damage. The damage this skill does is actually not okay. But let's look at it because I honestly feel like the animation is so smexy. This animation is so nice. Look at that. We stunned 2. I love Ravi's animation. I'm so excited to build her. I'm glad y'all picked her for the August. You know, it's still a chance that you can vote for other ones like Airwell, who actually have build building on the side since she's a 3-star. But This skill is nasty. The other thing is it doesn't go on cooldown. So I was gonna tell you why that matters. So first skill gives you, I believe it gives you 20 fury. Yeah, it gives you 20 fury. So if you do this, when you get counterattacked, you get fury. Boom, it's some fury. When you get attacked, it gives you 5 fighting spirit. So every time you get attacked, that's 5. Every time you counterattack, that's like 20. And then every time you attack, that's 20. All you need is 80. All you need is 80. And then it goes down to, it's only requires 70. Because if you scale up, it goes down to 70. So that's like, if you get 2 counterattacks, and then you get, that's already it. Yeah, we see it right there. So it's 30% each time. Holy moly. So you get 2 counterattacks, which means you get hit twice. You already have ultimate up if this is fully Mulgored. So you use this skill, you can use it again. No cooldown. So if they're trying to focus on your Ravi, she's counterattacking, healing, stunning. Counterattacking, healing, stunning. It's really, really great. So where can you use her? Golem, she actually sees a lot of playing Golem because Golem attacks her a lot. This skill will go like this instantly to max. And then skill 3, being able to stun. That means you don't have to worry about Golem getting healed. You don't have to worry about Golem getting more combat readiness. You don't have to worry about those little guys because you're stunning them all the time. And she's getting a ton of turns. And she's fire, so she also does more damage. So Golem, she's actually one of the better Golem units. Especially if you don't have a one turn kill Golem setup. She's really, really solid for that. Some stages for Abyss, if you need someone to do damage and be tanky, you know, she has self-sustain, she does damage, she doesn't put debuffs. So that's also really, really nice. You always have to look at that for some Abyss stages. For Queen Hellraid, this is really, really nice. I use Apocalypse Ravi, but if I had regular Ravi, I would use her over Apocalypse Ravi in the Queen Hellraid, just because Apocalypse Ravi is able to get more turns, she has more health, and then if you put the new exclusive artifact on her, you can also get her to remove her own debuffs, so you don't have to rely on other people cleansing her. She can just cleanse herself with the counterattack. So, y'all, and then PvP-wise, amazing for RTA. For regular arena, she's kind of slow for regular arena, but for RTA is all about bruisers, and people don't know how to deal with Ravi. How do you deal with Ravi? Especially if it's a high effect resistance Ravi, you can't really deal with her that well. So I'm really excited for her. I think the artifacts are really, really good. Because as we mentioned, she has insane high attack. So if she lands a burn with the counterattack, with her already high base attack, she's going to be doing like 12k each counterattack. That's a lot because the burn, ton of damage, the counterattack, ton of damage. It's more like 8k to tanks, but still, that's really, really solid. Now, Araminthia, as much as I want her to be good, and we'll talk about her pretty briefly, she suffers from identity crisis. So first skill, burn. That's nice. That's cool. Decreases skill cooldown of fire pillar by 1 turn, so you can cycle this more. But this just applies burn. So okay, that's cool. It doesn't require her to have any crit rate. Skill 2 increases attack of all allies, and then when they are burned, she does an AoE that does a little bit more damage. So let's see if we can get a burn up, and then show you guys the skill 2. Okay, it's gonna take a while. So I'm just gonna do skill 3 because it only goes up to 50%, but right now they don't put her with Molagora. So let's just do skill 3. So skill 3 is an AoE, 80% chance to burn. This will go up to 100% chance to burn and 50% chance to stun. So that one is nice. And then she increases her combat readiness by 50%. This one, actually pretty nice. Pretty good ultimate overall. But you guys just saw there why she doesn't see as much play, and I'll talk about it in a second. So there we have the burn, and then the AoE, it does a little bit of damage, puts unhealable up, and gives her her team attack buff. So okay, here's my thoughts on regular Araminthia. She suffers, similar to Kawerik, she suffers kind of a identity crisis because she wants to be a damage dealing debuffer AoE mage, but at the same time, she wants to be a support with the attack buff and the unhealables, kind of like a buff, debuff. But the biggest problem that she has is actually with the skill 3. I think the stun is amazing, but 50% chance is so low. It's so low. When you compare it to units like Dizzy, who AoE every turn and can stun AoE every turn, 25% chance, versus having this skill be up essentially 4 turns. So you use the skill, use second skill, use first skill. It's like 3 turns AoE. And even if you give her Abyssal Crown, you're not gonna be stunned. You're gonna be stunning 3 enemies versus Dizzy. Every turn has a chance to stun 3 enemies. But then Dizzy, if you hit her, she counterattacks. She's stunning more enemies. This Araminthia can't do that, and her base health is abysmal. It's terrible. Her base speed is so freaking low. And this skill 3 just gets so outclassed by her ammo counterpart. Her ammo counterpart is just her, but better in every single aspect. And that's the sad part. The one place you can't use Araminthia is going to be Golem, especially like the one-shot Golems, because you can use the skill AoE, you know, you can set up, and then because she has the attack buff, you can actually set up a pretty decent one-turn Golem team, like clear Golem, one turn. She's pretty good for that because she's able to come in with this skill, AoE burn, stun, do stuff to the enemies. The enemies will take a turn before your main damage dealer, and then she's able to come in the next turn, use this skill, give attack buff, and then the rest is a wrap. But yeah, her ammo counterpart just outshines her. I really like her animations. I like everything else. But I'm gonna tell you right now, she's not a must pull. She can be used for Abyss as well. You know, burns are always nice. And I do think she actually has potential in the new content. So she does have new potential, as I've been seeing with the current boss. You do need someone that does AoE. But I just don't know if it's worth the bookmarks, yo. I don't think she is worth all the bookmarks and all the stress. The other thing you have to think about is that there are going to be units in the future that are going to be doing better. There's also a chance for there still to be a limited unit coming very soon, and there's a new unit coming next week. So, final verdict on these two. Ravi, as much as I want to say pull for her, she is going to be a bruiser, which is one of the hardest units to build. Bruisers are just not early game friendly. If you're a late game player, right now, you're probably exhausted. Your bookmarks are probably ravished. You probably have been pulling for Seaside, for Lillian's, Ravi and Araminthia. While Ravi is a really, really fun toy, she has so much investment. You have to give her godlike gear with fully Mulagora for her to really show her potential. So for a majority of players, I'm going to tell you right now, she's not going to be worth it for you guys. I suggest you guys take a small break. If you're very interested in off-meta compositions for PvP, I will suggest you pull for Ravi. She actually has a lot of potential, and if you're trying to collect, I would pull for her. But besides Arena and Golem, a lot of bookmarks have been taken up. I have to be honest with you guys. You guys have probably used up most of your bookmarks, and there's going to be stuff in the near future that will require your bookmarks, so you don't want to be unprepared for that. Araminthia is just, as much as I love her, I don't think she needs the pull. She's not going to add anything to your game that you can get from other units, besides her being just a waifu. So unless you really like her for the waifu potential, pull for her. Same with Ravi, waifu potential, just pull for her. In terms of use, it's not going to be that great for you. And then for Ravi, I definitely see her becoming a threat in RTA. I definitely do see her getting way more play in RTA. Why? The recent buff with the attack percentage, but like honestly the main stat was the big thing, but having the burn added on top of that makes her counterattack so scary now. I think that's honestly going to be what most people go for, and she's a really good counter to units like Spectre Tenebria, because Ravi's not an easy unit to take down. Because when you hit her, she's getting more damage, she can counterattack, she's getting turns. It's just not a fun unit to go against. It punishes players for trying to kill her fast, but at the same time, if you take too long to kill her, she'll start using her ultimate, AoE stunning. It can definitely get you wins that you don't deserve. But again, very high investment. So overall, I would say save your bookmarks unless you're really interested in building off-meta RTA teams, because she'll definitely be useful for that. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope y'all enjoyed. I am so excited to come up with so much good content for you guys. I wish I could make all the videos right now and just post all of them. But yeah, just subscribe to stay updated. And yeah, thanks for all the support. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.